Welcome back to the House of Cards. Thank you for joining us again for another... That's right, it is Monday. That means I'm sharing with you what I picked up over this past week, or at least what is showing up in the mail. There might be a few things lagging behind because I do get a lot of international orders that take forever, but at any rate, we will share what we got. This week is a little bit more bite-sized, not the usual 10 to 15 pieces that I've gotten in. We're going to keep it a little bit more tidy with probably about 4 to 5 items, but maybe we'll spend a little bit more time digging into each one and seeing where that goes. But let's start with the usual stuff. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button. That means a lot to me, and it helps the channel reach more people out there. And at the end of the video or anywhere in between, if you end up liking what you're seeing, hit the like button. That'd be awesome. Also, if you want to get notified every time I drop a video, there's this little bell icon somewhere down here that'll give you a little friendly reminder when a new video drops. But as of now, we're doing every Monday, and then once in a while we'll sprinkle in a second video in the week, depending on what's going on. And we will probably have one coming up later this week too, as I anticipate some more topics and stuff I've been working on for you guys. So with that all being said, let's jump right in, because we got a very small pile that won't take long to get through. So away we go. Okay, first little fella here. Let's see, let me check the front. All right, California, Chula Vista. I used to live there when I was a young lad, down in good old Saint Diego. Oh, we'll save the meaning for another day. Might have kids watching this. Well, he wrote here on the front, Kane, so I'm guessing this is a Harry Kane card. So that makes sense, because I did order a couple Kane cards recently. And the reason why I'm picking up Harry Kane is because he's came out as basically saying he wants out of Tottenham, and understandably he's not. Tottenham's not really going anywhere anytime soon in terms of their shot at any sort of major cups or anything. So I think Kane is one of those studs that just need to be on a bigger team that has more potential in order to really kind of see his true value emerge, because right now his cards are very reasonable. So if you're interested in a player like Kane, again, he's not that old. I would say he's like 25, 26, somewhere in that ballpark. So he's got a lot of good years left in him, and he just needs to be on a squad that's got potential. He's going to be the captain of the England squad during the international tournament, so that's good. That should make sure he gets on some people's radars, but he needs to get on a better domestic club, because I think that's where we're gonna really need him to pick up his game. But anyways, this is a set that came out in 2016. This is Topps Gold, I think they call it. I have to double check on that. I think it's Topps Gold. But there is a couple cards in this set that are pretty significant. This one, Harry Kane, this is kind of considered one of his first cards. It's not his like true rookie sticker or anything, because I think there was a sticker that came out earlier than 2016. But this is kind of one of his first cards, so I think this will end up having a lot of potential in the future. This one isn't perfect. I picked this up for fairly cheap, as I'm sure you've seen on the screen by now, but it's a little light chipping across the top, but nothing crazy. The front surface looks clean. The back surface looks pretty good, except for my spit. I was just spitting on this thing. Corners look sharp, so I mean it looks like just a little bit of edge wear, so I think this could end up grading pretty well. But it's not a super high-end card or anything, just a nice base quote-unquote rookie card of Harry Kane, and just kind of holding out for potential future hobby love as he gets more kind of, I guess you say, spotlight time here in the near future with all the things going on with him and the potential transfer and everything else. So yeah, there you go. Moving along. Okay, let's see what's in here. Where my handy dandy scissors are. There they are. Okay, let's use these. All right. Awesome. Oh, where are we going with this here? It's real tight on the top and bottom, so let's go in through the side. All right. Oh, it's a it's a back-to-backer. So another Harry Kane. I got on a, you know how he goes, right? You sort of start pontificating on something, and then you start, searching on eBay. The next thing you know, you're in this rabbit hole of all of these cards that you're like, oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Ah, that's a good one. So, hence, that is pretty much what happened here. But I was, again, just finding these cards for such reasonable prices. It's hard to, like, say no, because I just have a good feeling that Kane is going to get that love here soon. And it's not like he shouldn't have had it, because he's been a great player for a long time. It's just like one of those things where the hobby just needs to kind of wake up, and start realizing, who some of these stars are. So, so this is from the museum collection, the Topps Museum. I really like the museum. I think they're gorgeous cards. So this one is numbered out of 50, which I was very attracted to, obviously, when I saw this card. This isn't like an old card of his. This is a 2020 Topps Museum. So, again, kind of a modern card for him, but still, it's a Harry Kane, higher end card, numbered out of 50. For the price I paid for it, I feel pretty good about, this as a potential, short to mid-term investment for him. Again, I'm gonna try to grab some of his like super early rookie stickers and stuff like that. Just those are the ones that I'll probably hold on to long term. But I see like the potential to flip some of those nicer stuff, but not like rookie stuff when he has a breakout game, or or a big transfer happens or something along those lines. So I could totally see that museum being really attractive to somebody once something happens in the Harry Kane world. So we'll keep an eye on it and see how it plays out. Here's one I really like. I'm a big Kevin De Bruyne fan. He's a pretty big deal in my eyes, and I think again he's one of those guys that's kind of flown under the radar a little bit, just because of the fact that he wasn't that shiny new rookie like Phil Foden or Mason Mount or Bellingham or any of these guys that are just kind of taking up all the limelight right now. De Bruyne has been out. He's been playing for a while now. He's probably coming up on year 10, 11 or so. But he's definitely, on the team that, you would say you want a stud player to be on. He's on Man City. Granted, they lost the Champions League final, and it was really sad to actually see him go out with a pretty bad injury. I think it was about midway through the match, and I don't even know what happened. In the replay, it looked like he just got, like, the wind knocked out of him, but he was down for a long time, and then when he got up, like, it literally looked like he had, like, a black eye, but in the replay, you couldn't see him, like, get hit in the face or anything. So, anyways, I don't know what happened, but it was really sad because, whenever, these guys play for that long to get through this, Champions League, going all through all the rounds and finally get to the finals, and you have to get taken out, halfway into the game. And he was the captain too, so he was, would have been the honorary captain to hold up the trophy at the end and blah, blah, blah. And so he would have just, been the man. But yeah, it was unfortunate that he got hurt and he had to be taken out. But he's got a lot of good things coming up for him. I don't think there's going to be any like, huge market dip or anything for him, because he's just one of those guys that's going to be in the mix in a lot of different things in the near future. So 2017 Topps Chrome, definitely a set that I've just been sort of slowly pecking away some nice cards out of, because it's the very first Topps Chrome for soccer. It just kind of has that like just beautiful look to it. And, there's a lot of iconic cards in that set, like, the, quote unquote Mbappe rookie in there. And some other like just great players that sort of, are in that set, along with, the greats like Messi, Ronaldo, and, everyone else, and Lewandowski, and so on and so forth. But whenever you see these cards, I would just say, if you're looking at it like in retrospect to like, 96 Topps Chrome basketball, right? Or something along those lines, where this could end up becoming an iconic set down the road if soccer cards continue to grow and blow up. people might look back on, the 2014 Prism, the 2017 Topps Chrome, just some of these like super early sets that were, kind of iconic in the soccer market. So anyways, that's my little insider tip, but I don't know if you care or not, or if you want to follow it, but I just want to let you know what I'm doing. So anyway, so you'll see more of these in the near future. I'm just picking up random, superstar players from this set. They don't have to be like super high dollar or anything. They just need to be, cards of players that I believe are all-timers or GOATs from this set. So anyways, that's my strategy there. Okay, now I got a couple of boxes. I don't know what's in them. I don't ever know what's in any of these things, but boxes are always throwing me off because unless I remember ordering some like sealed wax or something, I don't really know why something would be shipped in a box, but whatever, we'll figure it out. We do have a big address on this other side, so trying to avoid that. Let's see, where's this from? This is from Oregon, okay. So not overseas or anything. There we go, that works. Maybe it's just a really well-packed card. Oh, wow. Whoa. What is in here? Okay. Jeez. It's like pack a couch this well. Jesus. Well, again, I ain't gonna hate because it's a nice card. So I'm glad it's packaged well. It's in a sandwich bag, so that's interesting. Anyway, so I love how people pack things. I just love it. I just feel like they're just like looking around their house and they're just like trying to find like anything that they can use to mail something out with. And I was that way too, not too long ago before I like decided to like really kind of step up my whole e-commerce, eBay sort of game and everything, because I was just like, I've never had like boxes or bubble wrap or, anything really, all the things that you need, painter's tape, all that kind of stuff. So I'd always have to kind of do the same thing. All right, well, this was one that I kind of took a risk on because of a couple reasons. Well, reason number one is because the buyer had zero feedback, which is always a little bit of a dice roll. What I usually do in that situation is kind of an insider tip is what I do is I message them, just ask them a little question about the card, right? That way you can get a response back if they get a response back. If you don't get a response back, I'd probably stay clear. If you do get a response back, that's a good sign that maybe this person is just brand new to eBay and they're, haven't, done this yet. And I like to kind of use that as my gauge of this. Is this person legit, or are they just, some kind of a weird scam job from, wherever. But I wrote this guy and I was just like, hey man, like, how's the surface? Well, the usual questions I ask. And he wrote back and he was just like, hey man, I got 20/20 vision and it looks good to me. So I was like, all right, well, we'll find out. But it was such a good price because people get freaked out about, no feedback sellers, that you could get stuff like half off sometimes because people would just stay away, which again, there's reason to stay away. But if you do the due diligence and you kind of take the time to check and to see if they're a real person and see if they give you a good response and whatever, you can sneak in there and get a really good deal. So I got this for probably about 40 to 50% off of what they typically sell for. Again, I haven't looked at surface or condition. As select as, sometimes, borderline, sketchy on the surface and stuff like that. But I felt like for the price, it was worth it. The centering looked good. That's the hardest thing about this card, is getting it well centered. And this is sorry, I should have started with this, the 2016-17 select, 17-18, my bad. Select Mbappe field level. So this is, the super short print. This is considered, I think, by a lot of people to be probably his, not counting his rookie sticker from 16, but from the 17-18 cards, which are considered his, main rookie cards, there's only a few. There's like a museum, I think Topps Chrome, there's the select, there is no Prism, that's not till 18. There's no Don Russ because that's not till 18 either. So yeah, I think that's kind of it, unless, you count some random stuff out there that's not really that important. But so again, out of those three, out of museum, Topps Chrome and this, I would probably say this is number 2 to well, I take that back. For price wise, buying raw, this would probably be more expensive than buying a Topps Chrome raw. But this is also a super short print, so it's hard to compare it to like the Topps Chrome base card. If you compare it to like the Topps Chrome refractor, that might be a little bit of a closer comp. But the refractor is probably a better card, but I'd say this is a close second to the refractor. In the museum, don't get me wrong, there are like super short print, like numbered to 10 or whatever. So again, if you had one of those, obviously that would be a killer to be just like having a Topps Chrome numbered card. But if we're talking kind of like base level parallels or short prints, then I would say this is definitely one of the top ones. So I'm really excited to have this because this is one that was missing from my Mbappe collection. I got quite a few of everything of his. The only big card I'm missing is the 16-17 sticker, which again, I'm not quite ready to shell out like, 20 grand for that for a PSA 10 or whatever it is now. That price fluctuates a lot, but I'm gonna grab one in the near future, get a lower grade, like an 8 or something like that, just so I have one without breaking the bank. But still have a lot of faith in Mbappe. He's gonna be big in the Euros. France should go pretty far, and he's just obviously gonna be World Cup and all the other things. So he's just never gonna be out of the spotlight. Got his big deal with Nike and blah blah blah, crossing over, doing stuff with LeBron. I mean, he's poised to be the superstar of soccer, I believe, if he's not already. I know everyone's on the Haaland train and everything else, but again, you got to compare the notes of like, international play, kind of, massive, international endorsement deals. Mbappe is the one who's kind of doing all that right now. So smart to continue to buy Mbappe, even though his prices seem high. You got to think about it long term. You got to think about a big picture. Can he become the LeBron of soccer? And granted, I know he's only like in year 5 or 4, whatever it is, but for what he's done at his age, he's in that ballpark. So I think comparables, if you want to say like 5-10 years from now, this could become the Topps Chrome LeBron card in a sense, if the soccer market continues to grow and do what it's supposed to do. So anyways, there you go. That was a long rant, sorry about that. I get passionate about my Mbappe because I just feel like he's just the main dude right now. All right, and this one has to be some sort of a wax box or something, because I don't know why anyone would ship a single card in a box like this, even though it just happened in the other box. But that's probably because that was our friend, the first time eBay seller, and he didn't know any better. So bravo for him though for doing it. He shipped it quick. It seemed like it was really well protected. So it's an empty box. What is going on? Hold on a second. There must be something in this paper. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, I was wrong. I thought it was going to be a actual wax box of some sort, but interesting. How to buy stuff on WhatsApp. Interesting. Okay. Where's this from? Hold on. I feel this is international. Yep, this is from... Oh, I don't even... Wow, interesting. I couldn't tell you. It looks like somewhere in Asia. Oh, Japan. Japan's really good about their kind of like business selling stuff. Like, I mean, like sending stuff like this is smart. Get people to buy off of eBay from them so that you're not paying, crazy prices. All right, cool. So this is a very soccer heavy. I mean, pretty much all soccer. Mail day, but that's where my mind's at right now, because I just don't see the other markets with as much potential this second, even though basketball probably is a good time to buy right now. Not any of the like playoff guys, but people out of the playoffs. All right, so again, my guy Kevin De Bruyne, he's obviously just been on my list for a while now, and I'm happy to have a team bag I can't open. There we go. So this one wasn't not like your standard like main kind of sets, but Topps Finest. I like Topps Finest. I think they're really nice looking cards. I know they don't get as much love as Topps Chrome, of course, but I think Finest is probably a close second for sure. In terms of the Topps family tree of card brands, I guess. But this one is a gold refractor, numbered out of 50. So I felt really good about that. Again, I have his Topps Chrome gold refractor too. So just kind of getting the gold, from some of my favorite guys that I think have a lot of potential. So yeah. Anyways, pick this up. Again, not super expensive. But this is, again, the Champions League Topps Finest. This is, what year is this? 2019, 18-19, I believe. Yeah, So 18, 19, so, you know, a few years old, so that's good. Again, most people consider his rookie cards in 16, but he does have stickers going all the way back to like 2010. So he's been in the league for a minute, but he's definitely, you know, kind of still considered among those kind of like relevant, you know, younger players, which is rare because he's been in the league for so long. You would think he was kind of in that like, you know, Lewandowski sort of arena, since I think those two are actually rookies around the same time. But anyways, Kevin De Bruyne gold finest, beautiful card, happy to have it. All right, okay, well, I told you that was a quick one today, nothing too crazy. Hope you enjoyed those 4 or 5 soccer cards that I went over today. And again, if you guys have any questions about soccer, or, you know, anything in general about sports cards, or anything related to the market or anything like that, I love chatting it up about that kind of stuff. So you can feel free to write anything in the comments. I always respond back. Don't feel afraid to ask me any questions, no matter how basic it may seem to you. You know, everyone starts somewhere and everyone has questions, especially in a new market like soccer. You know, a lot of people get cold feet because they're, you know, intimidated by the market, and they don't feel like, you know, they're going to do well because they don't know as much as the, you know, the other guys that are doing it. But honestly, it's like I would say a lot of the American collectors and investors are very, very green in soccer. They know, like, you know, the 4 or 5 main names, and that's about it. You know, and they just kind of, you know, buy the trends as they pop up and stuff like that. So I definitely would consider, you know, following a few different YouTube channels that I believe are really, really good for soccer content. And there's not a ton out there, so maybe I'll list them here for you guys. I'll just pop a few up on the screen here, and you guys can just go search them on YouTube. And these are probably, like, you know, my 3 or 4 favorite ones that I recommend as, you know, great resources to learn not just about the cards, but also just about soccer in general, so you can kind of keep up with all the, you know, the real kind of fan chatter and as far as what's going on. So I'll go and add those here to the end. So if you made it to the end, you get a little bonus. But other than that, that's it for now. And I appreciate you guys like always. Thank you so much for checking out the channel, listening to me yap on about cards. And I will continue to put these out for you every week, and hit me back with a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, that's awesome too. Really appreciate that. And go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed this. All right, guys, that's it for now, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.